Well, the skies are clear, the sun is out, but don't be deceived. There's a big-time nip in the air on this crisp autumn day at Lincoln Financial Field. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, it's Hurts. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big difference in the game? Their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And now a pause because we've got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to it. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. And then out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. It doesn't put them in bad situations.
The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Now it's Herbert. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 7 yards there and a first down. The Chargers are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw pulled in by Marshall. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's complete. Again, he's got Marshall. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Play action. It's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Swift going to try up the middle. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there's another first down run right there.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one. Charger football to start quarter number 2. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. As they've got it as we resume action. He'll buy some time right. That's completed right side to Palmer. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, Lions. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. That's Franklin. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll run on first down. It's Lions. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And he's brought down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Hurts sets up to throw it. It's caught. Smith. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's 3rd and 4 coming up.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Herbert now. Flushed out right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Herbert off of play action. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Fourth down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here we go on fourth down. Gets past him at the 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And out now come the Eagles. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll drop to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
On third down, here comes Swift. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Brad Robbins now. That's pulled in at the 32. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
And coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll take this down to the 22-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Wolf. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Back to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down, here's Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. For Marshall, that's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
This time they stay on the ground. There's some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, no one wants to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. So here are the Chargers to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now he's into the clear again. And down to the 29-yard line. 143 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Well, he currently stands second in the league in rushing, and runs like that are a big reason why. Heck, runs like that might get him to first.
And when you've got goals in front of you, if you're second and you want to be first, that type of running gives you something to shoot for and hopefully attain.
Herbert on first down now. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get. Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They'll set up a throw. This is Smith with a grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
In motion goes the tight end. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On the option to give to Swift here. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
They went right back to it, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's Hurts to throw. And it's caught. And the Eagles are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It'll be Hurts on the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Swift going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, first and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
At the 11-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lions, and he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 170 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Up the middle they go. Lions. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On first down, it's Herbert. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They go play action with Hurts. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With third down coming up. They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the deficit will hold pat at 13.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the fourth quarter still to come. We're in the third. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball, because when you've had that kind of a day, there is a tendency to think about getting him out and saving some of it. Running backs never like to save yardage.
You know he's tapping his quarterback on the shoulder. I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's Marshall. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give right side. It's Lyons. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lyons. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Personal foul. Face man. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion. Stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient, so know your team and go to your strength.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air, escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Hurts. Got a man. It's Rodriguez. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pull. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
He was taken down by
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, pull. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And here's Ryan Wright now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 36.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Hurts throw into the hands here of Hardman. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it was their defense that really